Hey everyone, so I'm back again, second time today. So I'm making lunch for this week, and so what I thought would be good would be a buffalo chicken salad. So as you see, we have all of our ingredients. We have our boneless, skinless chicken, and then our sauce is going to be buffalo sauce. It's hot sauce, vinegar. I'm using olive oil, and then some Worcestershire if you like. And then this is all going to sit over some shredded cabbage. So this buffalo chicken is something that's good to bring to work for lunch, and it's easy to freeze. That's what I'm going to do today. So you can make this in larger batches and then stick it in the freezer and defrost it as you need. But the first thing I'm going to do is, as you can see, I've already chopped up the chicken into about $half size pieces, and we're going to put it in the oven with some of our seasoning before we make our sauce. But here's the seasoning we're going to use on the chicken before we stick it in the oven. We have our black pepper, we have turmeric, we have peppercorns, we have paprika smoked, and we have some red crushed pepper, which is probably my favorite seasoning. So the first thing we're going to do is take our smoked paprika, and we're going to, if we can get it to come out of the jar, do a decent amount of that. Next we got our crushed red pepper flakes. This is going to be great when it bakes. This is going to be kind of hot. So now we have our turmeric, and this is great. If you've ever had Indian food, they use a lot of this. It really is a great seasoning to cook with, particularly with chicken. And finally, we're going to put in our black pepper. And we're going to pour on just a bit of olive oil before it goes into the oven. So we're going to take a spoon and stir up our mixture, making sure that the seasoning covers all of the pieces. We don't want to have clumps, and we don't want to have any unseasoned pieces. We don't like unseasoned. So now that we have our chicken all seasoned and stirred up, we're going to transfer it to 2 baking dishes. And as we usually do when something goes in the oven, we're going to put it down with some aluminum foil, and making sure we put the foil shiny side down. I'm just going to give it a little sprig of olive oil just to help it not stick. And we have our chicken in our pans, and whenever I do chicken in the oven, I like to cover it with foil. It just sort of helps with the browning process, and you always do the shiny side away from the food. I've set a timer for 375 in a preheated oven, and our chicken's going to go in for about probably 45 minutes to start, and I'll come back and check it when it gets closer to the time. Now, since we're dealing with raw chicken, before we do our next thing, before we make our sauce, we want to make sure and disinfect anything that might have come in contact with raw chicken with Lysol wipes. You can't be too careful. Now we are going to make our buffalo sauce, and as you can see, our ingredients. Buffalo sauce normally uses butter, but I am going to substitute olive oil today, but you can do either way. And it also usually uses Worcestershire sauce, which I don't really care for, so I'm going to substitute it for soy sauce. So first we're going to take a cup of our hot sauce. That's going to be the base. And this is a 1/4 cup of olive oil. I'd imagine if you were using butter, you'd use probably roughly the same proportions. Now we are going to take our white vinegar and just pour in roughly 2 tablespoons. And finally, just a couple drops of soy sauce. Stir that together. I'm going to do a couple drops of lime juice in here as well. So I've covered our sauce with some saran wrap, and that's just going to sit in the refrigerator until the chicken is done in the oven.